Alright, welcome back to the Heart of Darkness. Like, okay, where did we left off again? Oh, I think it was the forest. Hmm. I was supposed to do something, but I kind of forgot. Hold up. I don't know it's because of my earplug. Like, this volume just kind of focus on the right. That missed? Dang. Oh, this is new. Cursed Great Tree, I guess. I like the thing from Dark Souls. great wood thingy. And out of SP. Right, this dude. You just need to proc a bleed on him. Okay, he just proc a bleed on us. I guess we don't even need to do that. Moon petal. You stare at white flower petal. We use to fully restore those who can no longer fight, returning them to full HP. Yo. So I try to look for a... Oh, this leads here. I try to look for some sort of guide and couldn't find one. Well, couldn't find one in English. So we just gonna have to continue blind. Consumed armor. Gross? What the hell is that? Okay, this guy's not taking damage. I could proc a bleed on him. Okay. This is a mimic. You shouldn't look at it yet. What the hell is this? It's filled water. So I assume there's some kind of mechanism we can use to drain the water away from that place. Oh. Oh, cool. What the fuck is that? Yo, that snail, the big one, it's like a woman. Okay. Why did I get pointed? Brain snail. Disgusting. Wow. Amber water. Okay, so seems that we have to do something about our level before progress loses. Poison ass swamp. Oh, it's you again. Yo, Onion Knight. This place locked. Oh, what is it? Oh, it's you. We meet again. What became of you after we last met? Have you been doing well? No, I need not even ask. You seem to have overcome quite a lot yet again. I managed to make my way here as well, but as I'm rather fatigued, I decided a break was in order. At any rate, let's share a drink to celebrate our reunion. Lantern handed you a cup full of a familiar green liquid, not string anymore, tin moss wine. Cheered for a reunion with a new friend. You downed a cup of thick liquid in one gulp. With a strange taste, but simple and somehow nostalgic flavor gave you a brief respite from the world. Daha! Getting used to the taste? When you lack any better options, even something like this can become a daily habit. Actually, one of my old friends became quite taken with the stuff. Old wine and old friends, eh? Say, do you mind if we have a little chat? Just until we have I've sobered up a bit. Oh, dyslexia. Why did you set foot in the sanctuary? King's order. I suppose that it was what people would say. But you're different. That isn't why you truly came here, is it? The look on your face said it all. Now, I may be mistaken, but truth be told, I've thought we were cut from the same cloth since we first met. Don't look so troubled. That's just the way I feel. If we are indeed the same, then your reason for braving the sanctuary is just for the sake of it, isn't it? Certainly, you have the pretext of completing the mission you have been assigned. But whether or not you actually carry it out is up to you. It is simply what you have decided to do, would you say? Of course, I don't mean to imply that you are indifferent about the whole thing. Doing something just for the sake of it and being indifferent to it are two entirely separate matters. Yes, to do something just for the sake of it means you are true to yourself. I consider it the most courageous option. In truth, I only became a knight for the sake of it myself. Oh, interesting. I never want to be one, but I was born to a family of knights. And for better or for worse, I was graced with its large, sturdy body. There were other reasons as well, but long story short, I decided to become a knight just because. I became a knight for the kingdom and pledged loyalty to the king. I endeavored to serve the kingdom in all that I did. I took part in battles I didn't want to fight, and there were even times when I was ashamed to be a knight. Nevertheless, I continued down the path I thought proper for a knight who has pledged his loyalty to the king. Yet recently, I came to realize something important. Oh, you could say I remembered it. I only became a knight for the sake of it. I felt bound by my knighthood. I never strayed from the proper path. It influenced my every action. Then I expanded on my narrow horizon. I opened my eyes, as I should have done from the beginning. I stopped worrying about acting like a proper knight and thought about what being a knight meant to me personally. That meanings that what all knights must pursue, what we must search for. Doing something for the sake of it simply is the first step of finding the will to follow your heart. You think? Whatever your goals, I cannot fathom how much they must weigh on you, but I felt that the same strength of will put in you, the strength to move forward in pursuit of your goals. Duh, do forgive me, I've grown prone to the rambling as I age. I suspect you are well aware of this, but free will is what it means to be truly alive in this world. Yet, there are many who don't realize that and go on living tied down by all sorts of things. My disciple is one such person. It was a lesson I was capable of teaching back then. Perhaps it is too late, but maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to get it through. And so, I've come to the sanctuary, clinging to that pitiful regret. Da ha ha! Goodness me, that's certainly dragged on. I apologize for taking up so much of your time. I may well have bored you to tears with our little chat, but I quite enjoyed myself. Da ha ha! Sharing a conversation with a friend truly is a wonderful thing. Now then, I'm still rather inebriated, so I think I'll rest here for a little longer. Let's meet again somewhere, shall we? No, ha ha ha! And we'll have another chat over a drink when the time comes. Okay. Very intriguing philosophy. After all, free will is the concept of free will. I mean, many people may disagree, but you know, it is possibly the only thing that you can kind of control. It's your own free will. External. There can be external like influences that may control you, but in the end, it is you who choose the action, not the external factors. Stoicism, kind of philosophy, I guess. I mean, some people are afraid of free will, of course. It's a lot of pressure. Oh god, what the shit is that? Oh, it's a lip nightmare. But it has like a butt, kind of like a butt chin, almost. Curious. Wait, where is this lead over here? So when you learn that you have free will, then so you start to choose your own action instead of like just doing thing because someone tells you to do, because you know external pressure or whatnot, you know, kind of deal. It became clear to you that there's a lot of responsibility when you start taking actions for yourself, I guess. I'm not smart enough. I'm not too articulated with words enough to express this kind of idea. It's kind of complicated. Oh god. Wait. Leads. Oh, it's Buffett, what are you doing? A voice that sounds almost like a scream pierced the air and drew your attention. Shut up and sit still. The little ways in front of you saw a man and woman violently struggling with one another. You felt that they seemed rather familiar. Why are you doing this? It's all over. We're all gonna die here. Hee. I'm gonna do what I want. What's wrong with that, huh? With a subjugation force you have met on the upper level, the woman's names were even if you remember E1. You remembered it correctly. It's not over yet. This still doesn't mean. Gah! The man seemed to be intent on assaulting E1. Realizing that, you seem to help. I'm eager to fight here, unwilling to allow such a heinous act to unfold before your eyes. You wedge your way between the two of them. Ah, cool storytelling. So, the Onion Knight told you about the free will, and then the game allows you to have two choices, so that I mean, in all of its limitation, you still have the two choices to either choose to fight or choose to sit back and do absolutely nothing, or you can have the action of turn off the game and uninstall it. But this is not that kind of game where uninstalling the game have some sort of action. I mean, some sort of like meaning to the game. This is not like Undertale or whatnot. But at least in its limitation, you can have some sort of impact on the story. What the hell? Wait, you're... Well, okay. Why are you here? Man stared at you and made no attempt to conceal his fear as he released E1. Ha! I mean, ha. Yeah, she's I guess, Panthing. Wait, you're the one we met in the garden. E1 turned attention toward you and realized who you were. No, you got it wrong. I was just... He cries. Oh no, he cries out. The man suddenly screamed and frantically took off running. Thinking he was charging at you, you took up a fighting stance. However, the man ran right past you. Ha! It's all her fault! It's all because of her! Still screaming, the man disappeared into the swamp. After facing your clothes, E1 quietly spoke to you. Thank you for saving me. I really am pathetic, aren't I? After becoming a knight, after becoming a commander, I can't do anything. All my precious commander are dead. I mean, comrades are dead. Him too. He's a little rough around the edges, but not the type of person who would normally do such a thing. Everyone is dead. We are backed up against a wall. I mean, against the wall. If only I were a better leader. If only I had the strength to protect them. But if that was true, this is all my fault. E1 hung her head and barely forced out those words, when her shoulders faintly trembled. But, however weak I may be, I am still a knight. And as a knight, I must fulfill my duty, even if it costs me my life. Though at first glance she appeared to be a fragile and unreliable girl, deep down, E1 seems to have a strict idea of how a knight should behave. Eyes burned with a determination. Ah, determination. It is Undertale, I'm sorry. To put her life on the line was an impossible task. I truly can't thank you enough. For the sake of my mission, I'm going to keep pushing forward. Hold up. Stay safe. I wish you the best. Well, oh, come on. After sincerely thanking you, Iwan disappeared into the swamp. Well, we gotta find her corpse later. I mean, brave as she were, and determined as she were, you know, there's still like a limitation on what you can do if you want to keep your life. But then again, she doesn't want to keep her life, and she's more dutiful, and she's free to choose her own demise. Oh god. Oh, and I use it on the wrong person. Very cool. There it is. Ring of inhuman power. What does? The ring engraved with inhuman power increase the wearer's attack power with decreased accuracy. Finally. I mean, you have to respect the decision to push forward in this kind of environments when you are alone. I mean, after all, the only way forward is go forward. However, you know, still a complaint about this story is that, you know, in a way, team up with the main character for a bit, but you want to travel alone. No choice. You have to respect people's choices. Where's the bonfire? Somebody was standing in the center of the room. You recognized her as a priestess you met before. On close inspection, a wounded husk was stretched out at her side. Ah, ah, ah! Her shoulder had heaved with exhalation, and the cheek was flushed with faint scarlet. The expression was one of both compassion and ecstasy. Eyes, normally so sincere, was fixated on the husk beneath her. Alright, that was out of nowhere. No warning whatsoever. Gonna give you some warning. Were you watching? Oh, you're the one I met before. That's Aline. What she had been doing. Did you find it's rain? Why would I do such a thing? You don't seem to be familiar with the Church of Heavenly Renunciation. So it's no wonder you think that Heavenly Renunciation states that all that's given us to us in life must be left behind, we pass. That's our creed. It takes precedence above all else. That which is given to us is not only limited to things such as property, family, or friends. It includes happiness, sadness, fortune, despair. They are all borrowed from the Lord above. We all live in this world where none can escape death. Yet people mistakenly believe their fear of death is something that comes from within. The Church corrects that misconception. Fear, despair, happiness, all this must be abandoned when one ascend to heaven. Elaine gave a carefree smile. It was a smile of belief that belied not so much a hint of doubt in her face. The one you just saw me was a person who was still holding on too much. Regret, envy, lust, resentment, though might be returned to the Lord in order to reach heaven. Though his body sought death and his soul was ready to meet the Lord, he remained here in that state. Thus, as the Lord in envoys, we have reached such people of the lingering emotion. It may seem strange to one not familiar with the Church of Heavenly Renunciation creed, but for us, it is a necessary action in accordance with our doctrine. Cleansing lost soul and guiding them to the Lord is true salvation. The Church teaching guides us to live a just and blessed life. I once lost it all, yes, everything. Who I was, what I lived for, I no longer knew. No, I forgot it all. I didn't know who I was, I didn't know where I came from, where I was going. I didn't know anything. And that fear, that hopelessness, was so very painful. Back then, the one who reached out to me was a priest from the Church of Heavenly Renunciation. He said that no matter how lost the soul, all became as one when we returned to heaven. That the teachings of the Church would free me from my anxiety and fear. The sanctuary has more than just souls with lingering emotions. It is filled with people's soul bound to this cursed place. PC is dying. One of my GPU fan is kind of fucked. I must free the souls captured by the dark Saintess and return them to the Lord. That's my wish. Salvation. I've been rambling for quite some time. I should be on my way. I pray that you remain in good health. Elaine walked off, her eye full of confidence and dangerously flickering fire. Okay, so she's kind of fanatic. I mean, that is what happened when you take religious doctrine way too seriously. The religion should only be some sort of like a guide for you to live well, and not a guide for you to become to do things that is obviously untrue, but you believe it to be true. I mean, religion has its purpose. Some would argue that there need to be religion. But it serves as a moral compass for humanity for so long, and now that we kind of like replaced it with our meritocracy. I don't know what's the word. And with this code fact, words kind of simple, it didn't convey all the meanings. You understand? How's it? Jesus. What? It doesn't reset keep resetting the option. Religion is created for the good purpose, but eventually most of them will be corrupted because of things, because of people wanting to use religion for power, because of all the teaching became less and less true to the original teaching, and like a game of telephone. Without religion, you don't have the moral principle that guides humanity. It is easier to fall into more fallacy that can just talking like a lot of nonsense. All like hearsay and opinions. So most of it isn't entirely accurate, or didn't convey the full meanings of what I intended to say. Kind of an idiot. But then again, there are a lot of materials online you can find if you want to explore this kind of philosophy further. Staff of Cursed Eyes. A staff embedded with countless eyes. It squirms as if alive and supposedly amplifies the power of its wielder. Witch attire. Shows a woman from a village of self-professed witches. The woman of the village learns their way from a young age. Think carefully. Forgotten shed. Talisman of Purgation. What was that? Talisman engraved with magical formula. When used in combat, heal all allies or any status abnormality. Books in here. A piece of paper sticking out of the book. Calendar year 144. My long years of research had finally borne fruit. My technique had been perfected at last. Looking back, I realized I had been pushing myself day after day for the past decade. The purpose of secret technique of House Hein is to freeze time, the world, and we have worked on it for generations. But for me, it's merely a product I've wasted several years of my life on. The goal of freezing time was erroneous to begin with. A suitable answer is not to stop time, but to excise it. Naturally, it's a feat easier said than done. The crucial element is to excise space alongside the time and store it elsewhere. Oh, space-time, relatively... I'm the only one in my family who was able to achieve this. That day, when the Saintess appeared before us, it was as if she has crossed space itself. When I saw her, I saw a new possibility, and now it come to fruition. And now the desire I had that day is almost within my grasp. Nothing else is written. Holy shit. An engraved jewel. The jewel engraved magical formula. Used in combat, deal magic damage to a single enemy. Animal ear headband. That's how that has to do anything with stopping time. Yo. Engraved Jewel of Fire. A jewel engraved with magical formula. When used in combat, deal fire damage to a single enemy. Huh. Stopping time. Excise space. Hold up, I need to look up the word excise. What does that mean? A tax levied on certain goods. No, it was tax. Chain excise. To tax. Cut out, cut away. To extract. Remove, kind of stuff. I need to read that again. They said not to stop time, but to remove it. Crucial to remove space alongside that time and store it elsewhere. To remove it and store it elsewhere. What does that mean? So perhaps because hold up. I need to think about it. To remove time and space out of a place and then store it elsewhere. That kind of space-time kind of relative, isn't it? Is it like kind of the thing? Is it kind of similar to what the principle of Alcubierre drive, and where you bend the space around the vehicle that uses the Alcubierre drive, and It allows the vehicle to travel through time. But here he's saying about stopping time or removing the space-time. I don't understand. Quite vague. Oh god! Oh, a visitor to the Deviant Sanctuary. Or perhaps you're just lost. My name is Lona. I'm here conducting research on magic. One who seems rather out of place looked you over as though sizing you up. Ah, you must be quite strong to have made it all the way here. A strange, sweet aroma filled the room. You locked eye with the woman, your heart began to pound. You're quite brave now. Despite your uncomfortable feeling, you explained the situation to Lona. Hearing your explanation, Lona's expression briefly turned grim. However, it was only for a moment, and her face quickly returned to its prior gentle expression. I see. King Mikolos personally ordered you to kill the Saintess. That's a believable story. You took out the giant magical beast that lived in these woods, did you not? Remember the giant beast you fought all the way here? Had to be what she was talking about. Yes, the two-headed black beast. Right, you could handle it. I suppose I shouldn't doubt the one who accepted the king's mission. No, the hero who will slay the wicked Saintess. That creature caused me quite a bit of trouble. Even within the sanctuary, this is a particularly dangerous place because of that beast. I was forced to stop here. You had my thanks for dealing with it. Again, as it turned out, living here isn't so bad. It's an optimal environment for my magic research. I made all sorts of discoveries. However, Lona's face clouded over once again. It's all his fault. Man possessed by a demon. A knight without body. Marx the Pale. Oh no. Can't read it. It all began when he set his sights on me. I originally came to the sanctuary in order to research a certain magic. It was when I met Marx, and he was quite taken with me. He pursued me, intent on making me his woman. Naturally, I declined, but he refused to accept that. Using his demonic powers, he tried to forcibly take me as his own. Ah, how dreadful it was. Using various spells, I was able to hide myself and deceive him. I successfully locked him away in a place known as the dim-lit waterway far above. And yet my relief was short-lived. He used the demon's power to pursue me even while locked away. Using his evil power, he created a magical beast and set it after me. The very same two-handed beast you took care of. And so I must thank you, you are my savior. Ah, but I'm still so very scared, my hero. He lives, and he will pursue me until the end of time. I'm going to lock him away, but the seal on the door will not hold forever. Ah, how frightening, how mortifying is it? It is, my hero. The look of grief on her face. Lona ran up to you and buried herself in your chest. It was soft in the sense tickled your nose, but made your mind race with obscene thoughts. Ah, my hero, please, I beg of you. Rescue me from this plight. Man, as God that you were to have, I wouldn't mind giving my everything. Not skip a bit. No, don't just like, oh yes, and man see titties like neuron activation. It successively pulls the body against you, causing red hot blood to rush to your, place. The nape of your neck is burning, you swallow all the saliva in your mouth. It's like that meme, it's like that cartoon with, the cartoon character saying like hot woman who's just like, ooh, ah, something, and then his eyes like, just spill out his socket, and then like tongue just, drop to the floor. You eliminate this man named Marx, the panel, the body. You so desire to be all yours. It was a proposal I was offering you. Please, my hero, would you save me? I look at you with passionate eye and sorrowful expression. Your eyes meet. I don't expect you to trust me right away. It's a favor I'm asking you. I intend to offer a suitable compensation. To clinging to you, Lona took your hand and led you to further insight. Hold up. Excellent, my hero. Something else. Luna handed you something as your body struggled to gain control of itself. There's a key to the door locking that man away in the dim-lit waterway. Obtain waterway key. I know it's impolite for me to ask. Please, my hero, defeat him. Save me. Even Marx Hell returned here. When you do, I will give it all to you, my mind and body. And that please you and gave you the key. It seemed it would open a door in the dimly waterway where Marx and Pear was trapped. In ring of the black smoke. Ring engraved is a word of power of black smoke, greatly increase their resistance to fire base. I mean, last time I was, watching a video about anxiety. So, anxiety is actually a kind of, I mean, this kind of goes nowhere because, but you know, it kind of just came to my mind. I have to say it before I forget. Anxiety is kind of a needed reaction of the human body, but it can be maladapted. So. It's kind of like in video game, you know that you're going to the right direction because there are enemies, there are tougher enemies ahead. And usually, if you have like a kind of maladapted anxiety response, it just means that you just have to face those anxieties because that is the right direction to go. It kind of takes that philosophy to heart. Just now I just got like a ball from some relative. This is just some bullshit real life stuff. By the way, I was kind of looking for a job, and used to have a lot of anxieties, kind of make me feel really scared of going and look for a job because I was afraid to interact with people, deal with all sort of different shit. The workplace, having to deal with all the bureaucracy, and that is a lot of pressure. There's a lot of anxiety. Kind of like turn my back on against the world, and I just hide away in your own little comfort bunker. Like, no, that's not a way to live. Dang it. And it takes a lot of courage to try and do something about it. I tried. I make this YouTube channel. I wanted to do something, helped a lot. Now I'm trying to find a job because I will need some money or to support hobby, because this YouTube channel is never, well, it's not ever gonna get to bring money to and bring income for me, but it'll take quite some time, a lot of efforts, and yeah, have to take some steps, baby steps, but eventually I believe that I can get there. I know where there is, but I have to move forward somehow. Sorry if it's all, because everything I just said, it's just kind of personal bullshit. You don't really need to hear this. Honestly, it's not like anyone gonna watch this video anyway. So I figured I could explain, or pour out my thought. Strange voice could be heard in the darkness. Who's there? This smell. You're with that woman. She fools another. Hate. Oh, I hate that accursed witch. There's a little doubt as the man Lona mentioned Marx the Pale was just ahead. They never learn. Are you another one of the witch's puppets here to kill me? The strange man before you lacked a physical body and seemed to be nothing more than floating suits of armor. Pitiful. Enslaved by your carnal desire, you have lost sight of who you are. Do you not think your ilk will ever defeat me? The armor piece danced to the air, attached to some unseen body. You were taken aback by the sight of the ghostly man. You find my appearance strange, slave to lust. Take a good look at this curse's form. My body was burnt away, my soul bound to my armor. It was that witch doing, that spiteful, detestable, vile witch. Know this, puppet? You're just like me. You've been enthralled by that witch. And one day you end up cursed, as I did. What a fool you are. You're playing right into her hand. Despite his rage, Marx still struck you as quite a dignified knight. Discrepancy with the way Lona described him make you uncertain. Come at me, witch puppet. I shall not be defeated. One day I will kill that woman. You told Marx the detail of how you came to stand before him. What? That rotten, despicable witch. That was she told you? Marx may have lacked a body, but his fury was conveyed to you as clear day. You are being deceived. Everything that woman told you was a lie. In the past, I came to the sanctuary together with that witch. I was working under orders from the king, with that woman. She was after forbidden magic hidden in the sanctuary. That's why she approached me. And when I challenged her on it, she cursed me with a spell of obedience. Curse burned away my flesh, melted my bone, and confined my soul to this armor. However, she made a mistake. Curse was incomplete, succeeding in killing me, in imprisoning me in my armor. But she failed to make me obedient to her. I immediately tried to kill her, so she locked me away in here, fearing for her life. I've been down here since, unable to die, unable to get my revenge. I can't stand it. Marx's grief and fury seems to make the very air itself tremble. Uh-oh. PC is dying. Was Marx truly the man Lona said he was? Or were you being deceived as he claimed? The way if you wanted to proceed, you would have to choose believe one another. Do not be fools. You mustn't believe the temptress word. Please kill the woman who deceived you and free me from the curse. You've lost my body, but kill her and my soul will become your shadow and your strength. Please, I can't bear so long as a woman lives. My soul will never be free. Who should I choose to kill? I have to choose between being a simp or being someone who who follows a guy named Marx. That is quite a hard decision. I'm not gonna decide yet. I'm not gonna decide between this time. I need to gather all the available information before I make a decision. At least in this game. I mean, sure, the woman could all well be lying, and why relieve Marx by killing the woman and then gain his soul, or do I kill Marx? Either way, he will be dead. Right? I assumed that he will become like one of these mausoleum souls. So it's gonna take quite some time to like level them up. Be useful. I don't know yet. Dang it. Go in there, it's gonna remove the party. Only decisions. Difficult. Makes no sense. I mean, in the end, all the decision here, in order to progress, ironically, after all that said and done about free will that this game let you choose, I mean, the game said a lot about free will, and then you still have only two decisions: kill the man or to kill the woman. Either way, you became pawn of one of their, desire, or either way, you are playing into their hand. We want to know their true intention. Of course, the woman seems to be more sus, but this guy has even more sus or sussy aura. Either way, you are slave to the video game. You have only two decisions: only to either kill the witch or to kill the armor knight. The armor knight wanted to revenge. The witch wanted to rid herself of the knight, and they all use me as a tool. So it doesn't really matter, does it? In the game, at least, if it is not, if the game, doesn't limit us in such a way, maybe I can kill both, or just let them duke it out. Oh man, so hard. So what is my purpose here in this video game? I need to think. The purpose of the main character is certainly not just following the king orders, after all. It's just like, you know, something else. Drives him here. But that's the main character. Yeah. The purpose of me in this video game is to explore this video game, what it was, and see to other choices, of course. I mean, if we kill the women, this guy also disappear and become one of my companions. But I already have 2 companions that are good. Not sure if I need another. Maybe he's overpowered. Sure. If I kill this guy and progress to a different storyline, involves an NPC character where we might get betrayed. And he might be right. And I think it's really more spicy, so we kill the man. Although you had your doubt, you decided to do that promise. How foolish, it seemed you're nothing more than a little pig in the end. I may have lost my body, but it was once a renowned knight granted the title of Sir Pell by my lord. You're sadly mistaken. You think I will readily fall to some witch's puppet. Okay. I feel like, I mean, if you are such a person, you wouldn't have fallen to that already. And again, who am I to say? You're confined by this limitation of this video game. Hell Moon, Hell Knight's armor. God, the power, you! Presence within the floating armor began to fade. The armor lifelessly clattered to the ground and stopped moving, and the being known as Marx the peril vanished. You felt you should go to inform Lona that Marx was dead. See what we have. Equipment. Hell Moon. Mythic, the weapon of Marx granted by the king. Enabled, use Spear Burst. Use HP to hit a foe repeatedly. Hell Knight's armor. Armor of Marx, one of the 4 royal knights of Haillard. The armor, a deep blue, radiated an eerie majesty. That's pretty good. This is my defense. Of course, I will now be labeled as a simp by myself. Much more fun that way. Say that. Ah, my hero, you have returned. You are injured, aren't you? You, my hero. I felt it that this agreeable man, life's being extinguished. You've proven to be everything I hoped you would be. You're a wonderful man. Now you might be tired after this difficult battle. Why don't you soothe your aching body? Just relax. Nope. Well, it seems that I was correct in my decision after all. The main character was strong enough to repel the charming spell of the witch. Thoughts that have been clouding your mind faded away and your consciousness fully returned to you. I suppose that it failed. As you became cognizant once more, the strange atmosphere gave you a very discomfort feeling. After all, the flirtatious attitudes of women before you disappeared. What's your deal? I went through all the trouble of preparing that spell, only for it to fail. What in the world are you? I thought I'll be able to do the same thing I did to Marx to you. You sent an air of malicious intent from Lona's word. It seems that Marx had been correct. He tried to place a curse on your soul. You see, that makes sense. He tried to make this soul mine as well, but it failed there too. If I could claim his soul in addition to his body, then he would all be mine. Isn't that lovely? So I stole his body and cursed his soul, so he could never escape. Till the day he finally fell to despair and I gave up on everything. Unfortunately, his will was surprisingly strong. He was determined not to let anyone have his soul. He grew fed up with stubbornness, may well let the broken curse on his own one day. Had he done so, it would have been incredibly troublesome, as you will know. He'll sigh and turn her gaze on you. But then you showed up. Though to be honest, I didn't expect much from you. I didn't think you'd be able to beat Marx. You exceeded my expectation and actually managed to kill him. Not only that, you escaped the spell I so painstakingly prepared. Your will is stronger than even Marx, or perhaps you have some sort of divine protection. At any rate, you're quite intriguing. Lona looked you over, her gaze like a snake, coiling around you. The atmosphere grew tense, and you took up a fighting stance. My, don't make such a scary face. Done is done, yes, I apologize, so please forgive me. Besides, you enjoyed yourself, did you not? It certainly looked like you did. We may not have met on the best of terms, but let's try to get along from now on, shall we? Let's merit it for you as well. I'm capable of many things, you see. I think it would be better for the both of us. If you were to leave me alive. You felt as she has a point, but that was in the past now. We deceived you and did a number of disagreeable things. You have no desire to pursue matters any further. You figure this has acted in accordance to her value as a sorcerer. I'm glad you seem to understand the kind of person I am. Come visit it any time you please, my hero. It doesn't make up for my deceiving you, but I cooperate in any way I can. Though, if I will get the chance to make your mind, I will act on it. Oh, okay. So I can trade. I can price some rings. Okay. Once there was a sorcerer who was researching how to create eternity. That sorcerer spent his life pursuing a magic that would create eternity, and his descendants followed suit. However, no matter how much time passed, they were never able to find it. The family eventually died out, leaving behind only their records. I too am searching for this magic that would create eternity. True eternity is not so simple as freedom from age or death of the physical body. What is eternity exactly? It's all quite intriguing, wouldn't you say? A spell I used on Marx was but a part of my search for an answer to that question. The sanctuary that drives those who enter mad displays itself as a manifestation of powerful magic, and its treasure trove of components for magic. How fortunate I am to be here. I mean, would the human mind be able to comprehend eternity? What? I mean, searching for eternity is, I suppose, not the entire thing. How do I put it? It's too vague, you know. It's too vague of a goal. If anything, you should say that, you know, the search for eternity might as well be the search for the meaning of life, or the search for how the world works. Basically, it's science. It is the way that we do science. We research how the thing works, and then we can crack the code, and maybe we can understand what the fuck eternity even is. In a way, occultism and magic and all that religion is not very different from science, isn't it? The end goal is always to figure out the secret of the universe. So, you know, quite similar. Everything is. Everything in that kind of thing. It's just that, you know, some prefer to do it one way or another. Religion prefer to find it in ancient texts, in interpreting the word of God or the word of deities, and they understand the law of the world as the law that it was created by gods or God. With occultism, with kind of magic, kind of the same, but you know, there's a sort of rule for the world and how the world works, and if they can crack the sort, understand how those rules work, they can impact reality by doing things that you know, would affect that kind of order of the world. And the same with science. Science is just that we find the law of the universe and then we try to implement it in our daily lives. The way we search for things in science is that we need to find, replicable results through experiments. So it's not much different from the olden day alchemist or the occultist people in this kind of video games or in fantasy. It basically is the same thing. People just label it differently, and by labeling it differently, we kind of like, you know, have a us versus them kind of point of view. So, you know, that's what I kind of find difficult to understand in this kind of fiction, is that, you know, you know, there's certain fiction where there's clash between science and magic, but like, isn't that like the same thing? If there are magic in such a world, wouldn't it just be a part of that natural order of the law of that universe? And so that kind of magic, it's basically just, you know, another field of science. And with religion, you just, I mean, if you believe in God, wouldn't it be better if you could, you know, understand all of the creation of God, all of the meaning for the creation of God? Basically, do it through science. I mean, a lot of scientists are religious. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that, you know, religious people aren't wrong in some regards toward the, you know, the order of natural world. It's just that, you know, they haven't been explained correctly, because, you know, most of nowadays religion are kind of, you know, it's not about religion. It's just kind of about power, or just, you know, seek power. But you know, the original intention for religion is always to have, like, you know, for people to have a moral compass, and for people to find out the law of the world, the rules of the world, so they can live a life that is good, or, you know, balanced, or, you know, whatever. Oh, I'm just kind of rambling on. I guess it is enough for me today, because I have other business to tend to. I need to speak to some people. I need to send my CV to a bunch of places. So, see you later. And bye.